everybody, welcome to Lounge Academy. I guess we're on. Let me get a camera. I've got so many cameras tonight. How's this one? This is one of the new ones. We always spoil our audience with a lot of cameras and camera angles to enjoy the show with, and tonight's certainly not an exception to that. In fact, it's an exceptional night because we have 8 cameras instead of the usual 4. 6 of them for live streaming, and the other 2 are for a new concept, post-production. That means we could edit them in for the rerun for enhanced viewer enjoyment. I'm just doing a little bit of the final sausage making that goes into these. What I want to do is, you would think this would be easy to make my video apparent to, not make it like apparent like it's going to have children, but apparent to my audience and my viewing cadets. But it's hard to share this onto my screen, so I'm going to try to do that. There's with all this complicated equipment and everything, the complexity pales in comparison to just figuring out how to operate the inner workings of Facebook. When you want to do something like have an event, and then, okay, now here I can see it on the event thing. Now let's see, I'll see if I can share this. Share to feed. No, see, it's sharing the stupid event rather than the video. Let's see. Okay, here's a live. I think I could share this one. Okay. Come on. It can't be that hard. It gives me every choice. I could copy the link. So that's kind of dumb. I have to copy the link and paste it in, which won't really work the way we want it to. I just want you guys to be able to find it. This might work. This might be working. I pasted yeah, there it is. Okay. Now you have no excuse for not watching. Now, usually in the show, we start out with a little bit of a roving camera. They're trying to figure out, another thing I'm doing is stalling because the house music is on. And they've got a new amplifier and it's locked in a cage and nobody could find the key. At least that's what they're telling me. So everyone at the highest running around trying to figure out how to get into this new amp. Oh, they just turned it off. There they go. I guess they weren't. Oh no, there it goes. They started it again. Now this is a camera we could rove around with. Now usually I put it on the gimbal so it's not all shaky, but I did not do that. So I'll just try not to shake it too much, but it's going to look shaky. That's okay. This is a shaky show. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it. So we have audio from this camera. Okay. Now we can rove around. Show you what's going on. These are some of the. This is a new rig over here. You can see it. This is a camera tree, and it's got a bunch of the WBIG TV impressive equipment on it. And this is for post-production. So like right now, they're watching the tables over on the other side. So if we want to put a back and forth conversation into the show in post-production, we can just edit it in. Over here we've got the beautiful scenic views that we enjoy every Friday. From here, I'm reporting from the Hyatt Regency. I think I forgot to say that. I also forgot to say, or neglected to just tell you who I am. I'm Howard. I'm your piano entertainer tonight, and this is all our little fun land up here every Friday from 5 to 7:30. And got some special guests here tonight. Ryan brought his family, and so did I. We didn't bring the cat though.
We're just discussing.
Don't be self-conscious.
We're discussing the 7 churches.
Yes, we all did the 7 churches tour. Will Rose didn't, but Darlene.
Oh, is that right?
We did the 7 churches tour.
Yes.
Oh, you did it together?
No, separate. I mean, we did it together.
Yes.
Coincidentally.
I went with my friend Melissa.
I didn't go.
But you attempted once in 1950 something.
When I was a teenager, it was too hard. Couldn't do it. Just got to 3 of them.
That's a lot of churches.
Well, that still counts as having done this. You did the tradition, even though it was just 3 churches.
She was
It's
walking.
still part of it. Well, my father told me when he used to do it when he was a boy, and this was long in the 1930s, that he said that they were so close together in Irish South Buffalo you could walk to all the churches, and now it really is a different ballgame. They're not open as late either, and you gotta drive, and but we still do it. I think it's great that we do it because a lot of cities nobody, and it's really had a kind of resurgence here. Because when my father told me about it years ago, he was feeling bad that it was such a thing in the past. I never thought. I wish he was still around to know. I mean,
Well, the churches are spread out a little more
They
than
are.
they used to be.
but it's nice that this tradition has come back.
Yeah.
Well, this is another funny thing. My father had told me when he was little, he was an altar boy at Holy Family, where I was baptized too. He and I both were. And he said that one thing that he had loved and kind of missed was during Lent, they covered up the statues
Yes.
at Holy Family. And he said that at Easter, you got to go around, you were tearing the coverings off the statues. And
They were purple.
they were purple.
Yeah.
And Rose, I went to Holy Family last night, and that was the only church where the statues were all covered up in purple. And I could just imagine my dad as a look at it. These are the statues, including one. Everyone was taking pictures of this one statue that was, you couldn't really see what was under it, but it was some dramatic form. So you got this. But that was cool, all these statues.
Yeah.
So I guess they still do that at that one
We
church.
did see a couple on our tour.
Oh, nice.
Or-
I love that. St. Anthony's there.
Living up to our name, this is Reality Piano Bar. And we like to juxtapose the sober audience to the audience of a more mature state of the evening.
We actually cover up
so we
the
start-
statues in purple at St. Andrews.
We start the show with their first drinks.
Yeah. Well,
how
St.
big
Anthony's,
they
they're high up. They're really high up.
We've got our own customs and rituals here at Lounge Academy, just as other great institutions.
Well, that's like my father always said he loved it. I guess they sent like kids around.
Okay, I'm tuning in my
Yeah, I was trying to think of a better.
chat window. I could see Dave Corbett said hello. Well, Dave, we're waiting for him to turn off the house.
So your
The house music is on, and they're trying to find the key to the new
flyer said 7.
amplifier closet.
Somewhere said 7.
Nice to see you, Nick Otto. Good evening back.
Yeah, our passes are always.
It's a nice night. It's a comfortable night in downtown Buffalo. It was the weather was a little wacky a couple hours ago, but it's calmed down. It's just a nice, comfortable, cool temperature. It's not threatening rain at the moment. Everybody seems to be in a pretty good mood. Generally speaking, all the folks downtown here seem to be. We'll see if we can do something about that, get them upset.
I got to like it a lot. Yeah, I started. I mean, the first time you go to it, you kind of, you know what's going on. You just pass it there. But then ever get to one, I'd love to know how you got to it.
We're gonna have to find out about having the house music turned off again.
Well, that was something I've been meaning.
We're gonna take our drinks and parade down.
That's an issue I've been meaning to bring to you.
This is Joe.
They're trying to turn it off, and they went to turn it off today. And there's a new amplifier. And it's in one of those. It's in an amplifier security cage, and nobody knows where the key is. So they're trying to determine that.
Oh, so they're working on
This
it
is
now.
going on right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, we can just enjoy the sounds of Joan Osborne's "What If God Was One of Us."
Oh, is that what that is? Joan Osborne.
Trying to make its way home. Nobody calling on the phone. Yes. Howard, your press badge is expired.
That's an ancient looking
Yeah.
badge.
We've got in other news about the show. We have our 4 usual cameras, and we've got 4 additional cameras tonight. So we have 8 views. So there's a camera tree over there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cameras on that.
Don't worry, they're not recording us.
Well, this one is.
Well, you've always wanted to be on a TV show, right?
You mean you've never been on a TV show? I mean, till tonight?
Well, you have been on TV in Florida, right?
Well, that counts. It's hard to go through life without being on TV. Somehow you wind up on TV.
Except for when you're really doing something wrong. When they never have the footage. When the guy, like the Brooklyn, the guy who
Yeah, the guy who hits your car
Yeah,
or
it's not-
something.
Oh, there were no cameras working. Isn't that funny? They were all broken. Yeah. Or else you get that really grainy footage that nobody can identify anyone.
Yeah, security cameras, in my experience, I used to sell them. They really never accomplish what they're supposed to do. They work great day in and day out until you actually need to be able to, see somebody and like they're facing the wrong way or they're in a shadow. There's never a clear shot.
It's just the way it goes.
But they bought the cameras, and that's the important thing.
Isn't this a spectacular view that we have?
I love this view. They're singing Buffalo Savings Bank at the electric tower for our out of town viewers.
It's an amazing view. And Main Street's becoming quite a
Buffalo
nice
City.
view, too.
Yeah,
Those old buildings that we just kind of took for granted for generations, and now their lights are on, and they're getting
pretty
robbed
around
again.
here.
And
You can stop across the street, pick something up from the flaming fish.
Flaming fish. Yeah. Or the fatty miracle.
yeah, we're very close to the Flaming Fish.
Has anyone ever gone in there?
I've sent people over right from the piano right over to the Flaming Fish.
You know they close at 8.
I think we knew that because I think Peter Googled them while we were talking about it at the piano
Oh, okay.
and made that determination, and they did make it on time.
Okay, yeah. Because I've often thought, it would be nice to go over there, but
How did you know they close at 8?
because I've thought about going there and it's always too late to go.
I see. Maybe we should advise them that we got a crowd over here.
No, I just don't remember it. No, but I know, I believe. I always like the look of it, though. It's a really pretty food truck.
Hey, I don't hear music.
Oh,
It's so much.
Well,
that
great.
means you can start the show.
Yeah. Does anyone want to come up? If I could tell you the surprise.
I have to go find out about this.
Hi, Howard. Yeah, hi, Ryan. I just heard it go off. Where'd you find the key?
No, we didn't. Pay a few people off and,
pick it? Some guys on the street could have picked it in 5 minutes.
Probably. I was halfway there. I just found it. So.
Well, thank you, Patrick.
Of course.
See how that's done?
Are we on delay?
Well, I'm not sure how long the delay is. Yeah, I should have.
Oh, it's not that long.
Well, it's long enough. You know what I might do? This. Where am I hearing?
It's only about 5 seconds.
There's a way to turn this off. Oh, sorry, everybody. Okay, I got to turn this microphone off. Otherwise, everyone hearing echoes. There we go. Okay, now we're on the rotating microphones. Yeah, let's play with these. Let's see, we've got this camera. These are the ones everyone's used to. This one's kind of new. This one we used to do. And then this one, which we need to constantly adjust the light on. And then we have 2 more here. This one of me, you know. And then another one on the keyboard. I know it's a little bit repetitious, but and then there's 2 more that are really good, but you don't get to see those until you see the reruns when we edit them in. Now, there's quite a delay here that I could. Okay, it's not. The delay isn't too long. I'll leave it alone. I won't risk destroying
It's only
things.
about 5 seconds or less.
That's pretty quick. Okay, and
Do we have people watching us right now?
yeah, there are people watching us, believe it or not. This is a good camera view. Is that okay for you home viewers? This camera view right now during our discussion? Now, remember that episode of special episode we made a little like program about New York Publishing Company, and it was like about it's Brenda, ladies and gentlemen. Brenda's here. That was our little intro.
With Mary. You can go over. No, you haven't. But I can't go over there right now because
We're
I
doing a
don't know
bit.
what's going on.
I like your new
Oh, thanks.
technology.
Oh, yeah, I saw you like that remotely.
Yeah, that is
It worked. It got you down here. Nice to see you, Brenda. Wonderful having you back.
Yeah, I know. I missed a couple of weeks. I'll say hello to.
Sure.
So,
So, anyway, to cut to the chase, we got another unsolicited book manuscript.
oh, now, is this related to one of the previous ones, or is this completely new?
Well, the person has what I would say is a temporary address. So now that you mention it, I mean, I suppose it is possible that it was somebody else, but I think it's their first time.
Okay, because we had 2 memorable
It's
ones.
their first offense.
We had the children's, well, we had 3 memorable ones, really. We had the children's book written by the child, which was pretty good.
It was very good.
We asked him to revise it, and he made it much worse.
Yeah.
Then there was
Just like an adult would do.
the Vietnamese tome of several volumes.
Yeah, which I think we took it back to Vietnam once or twice
Yes.
with Stephen.
And then we had the most recent one about, well, I believe it was an author from Jamestown who wrote a story about, I don't know, going to Taco Bell and getting hit by a car.
Okay, we've got. I didn't check this mic. I didn't think there'd really be a reason.
All right, check this.
See what the deal is.
I'm over here.
I'm checking this.
Related to another unsolicited manuscript.
Checking. Oh, okay. It doesn't like the power source. All right, we won't use a power source.
The last one was good.
There we go.
Don't forget about the Vietnamese tone. Oh, maybe you weren't there for that. No, it wasn't. Well, I'm anxious to find out if the manuscript is here.
It's not here.
It's not
It's over at the mansion.
When do I get to look at it?
I'll bring it next. I'll bring it next week.
You're bringing it.
I was going to bring it, and then, but I didn't. It's over there, and
you
I didn't.
opened it?
I didn't go in. I did not open it.
Oh, okay.
But
But
the
you're pretty sure it's a manuscript.
well, yeah, and it's It was sent from the Erie County Department of Corrections,
Oh,
and not from somebody who works there.
oh, this is even better. Now I'm wondering if this is actually the same person who wrote.
So it's somebody local, probably.
Well, I'm wondering if it's the Jamestown person.
Isn't there some
Well,
controversy?
Jamestown isn't in Erie County, is it?
Well, there could have been an incident. We don't know.
Yeah, it's close.
No, I'm getting that confused because, I researched the author from Jamestown and found out about their whole life history.
Which included like a
Suspicious death. So,
But they look. There's some things scribbled on the outside of the envelope. Little marketing remarks
oh boy.
and things, and so it sounds like he's enthusiastic about what he wrote and is anxious for a publisher to share his admiration for it.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Nick Otto, how's it? Maybe you could give me a sound check. How is this? I'm sure you can hear me okay. I just corrected a problem with the piano cadet mic, and that's probably working good. So right now there should be a kind of a balance between
Is there a balance?
Ryan and Zach talking over there, and me. I'm pretty close to this mic, but so
Who knows
yeah.
what I'm supposed to say. Perhaps the listeners at home can hear me as well from here.
Well, I would suspect they can.
Despite my distance.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it up.
I don't want to get too close to Ryan.
I'm going to risk turning it up. You don't want to get too close to him? Here we go.
Perhaps I should go back to the table.
Well, wouldn't it be great if everybody was up here?
It would. Or maybe some people can go up here. We can work on that.
How are you, Dale? Shouting back at my old pal Dale, my car buddy. Nice to see you, sir. Happy Friday. Oh, thank you for enjoying our interview. It was great being interviewed by a New York City radio station and being able to talk about the Lounge Cadets and Lounge Academy, that they were that interested in what we're doing here in Buffalo. I guess it is pretty unique. Who cares if this? I think I got that one with me somewhere here, Mr. Silverstein. That's a great Gershwin tune. Hello.
I sit here so I can.
Make yourselves comfortable. You know where everything is. Whoops.
Because I have to put my drink here, so nobody puts a drink here. I'm so glad to see you.
It's so good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. It's been a while. It's true because, yeah, we need to catch up and go.
Yeah.
It's getting nicer out.
Maybe we can go to the park.
Yeah, I can go draw or something. Come with me. I
Yeah.
can go somewhere. Find an outdoor concert. They're going to start having. Yeah. Someplace where we can sit around. I just did the. I visited the Seventh
You'll
Church
notice how
last night,
quickly
and I was
the
going
cadets forget about the cameras and the microphones. That's the amazing thing about reality TV is people really do forget the cameras and the mics.
The botanical gardens out there. And really nice around to sit around and drink some wine and just let's do that.
I'm making up a special intro for Ari Silverstein.
I also like to go for walks. I think because you're not talking much right now. Yeah, so. Oh, I see.
Let it rain and thunder.
That sounded like once when I got out of the eye doctors and they put drop in my eyes.
Let a million firms go
And I put on
under.
sunglasses and it got rid of it. Even though I was driving at night, I felt funny. I didn't know what to do. And I put on sunglasses and they like miraculously the halos just.
I am not concerned with stocks and bonds that I've been burned with. I love you, and you love me, and that's how it will always be, and nothing else can ever mean a thing. Who cares what the public chatters? Love's the only thing that matters. Ari Silverstein requested this song, Mary. Very tasteful song. Who cares if the sky cares to fall in the sea? Who cares what banks fail in Yonkers? Long as you got a kiss that conquers, why should I care? Life is one long jubilee. So long as I care for you, and you care for me. Lounge Academy care. Now I could have been giving you guys these split rotating cameras, but now they're on, including 2 new ones. Thank you for those hearts. Thank you, Selena. Happy Passover to you. And happy Good Friday. Ooh, who cares? Who cares as long as we've got Lounge Academy? And that's the whole idea of lounging. Makes you so, you know, you have a period where you don't care about things. I never care about things. It is a nice verse. Let it rain and thunder. Getting a little. There's always technical things here.
Huge projects. Like over the winter, some of the siding on the side of my house, you could actually reach. It's like
Ooh, yeah.
used to be put back in. I don't know how to do that. I probably could figure it
Monitor off, monitor off. Okay.
And I wanted to put TV.
How's everybody like the camera angles tonight? Here's a song just to punish myself.
Yes, I do. Yeah, that's the main
Here's a song you should never sing when you're warming up, like I am. Though I know that we meet every night, and we couldn't have changed since the last time. Joy and delight, it's a new kind of love at first sight. Though it's you and it's I all the time, every meeting's a marvelous pastime, increasingly sweet. So whenever we happen to meet, turn the choke microphone up. I greet you with a song in my heart. I'll behold your adorable face. Just a song at the start, but as soon as a hymn to your grace, when the music swells, I'm touching your hand. It tells me you're standing near. At the sound of your voice, heaven opens its portals to me. I can't help but rejoice. that a song such as ours came to be. But I always knew I would live life through with a song in my heart for you. It tells me you're standing near. I would live life through with a song in my heart for you. Oh, thank you. No, me too. Isn't that a nice song? It's from Spring is Here.
It is.
And spring is here.
Spring is here.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. That's actually a good thing, Ari. Okay, I could change the mix. See what I could do now, Ari? I've got power. Now you just hear me. And then when the gossip gets good, we can bring them up. Or when I'm fumbling around a lot, I can bring them up. This one's for Kathy Moses. I feel her presence. The song was written for Kathy Moses by Walter Kent. It's a spring song. If I look at you and begin to sing, I'm not as crazy as I seem to be. After all, it's spring. And if I collect bits of straw and string, I'm only doing what those robins do. After all, it's spring. If I dream out loud, when we're in a crowd and forget the time of day. Darling, bear with me when they stare at me and remark there goes an April Fool in May. And if I hear bells, and there's no such thing, I'm only dreaming of a day to be when they really ring. After all, it's spring. We have a special guest here tonight, little four-legged guy. He's a happy dog. It's spring. Ooh, it's spring, Selena. Isn't it a nice song? Glad you like it. It's considered an obscure song, consistent with your never hearing it. I got it because I heard Guy Bolleri do it. I thought, what is that song? And now bringing up the gossip microphone.
I hear something reverberating, Barn.
So, like a little speaker.
I don't know. I hear something. No, it's your stuff. It's not in the hotel. It's not.
This-
I don't know why I mentioned it.
There's a little speaker in
Yeah.
here, and I can't figure out how to make it
that's mostly
stop.
what I hear.
It's always something.
Once I get my eyesight.
Maybe I could. I don't think it's being picked up by any other mics, though.
Oh, I cleaned it in advance for Easter. I did get out there and I was scrubbing the
Oh,
house
I
a
can't.
little bit.
This is too small to read.
It's too peeled on the one side,
Okay.
really, to do it. Okay, it'll take care of itself.
It's Crystal Everdyke. Crystal Everdyke. She asked me to play George on My Mind because that was the only song I could play in college when I got into college. I still can't play it. Georgia. Oh, Crystal. Oh, I haven't seen you in 40 years. But you still look great. 'Cause that Crystal, she's on my mind. Ooh, I've got that Crystal on my mind. it's great. Facebook is great the way we could reunite after all these years. I haven't seen Crystal since there were only 4 of us in our graduating class. We had a very tight-knit graduating class. 4. Yeah. 4. Right, Crystal? And one of them wasn't actually in our class. She was she was somehow completed her credits. You'll remember her. She was a very nice girl. It was Ken McGuire.
No, but what school?
NCCC.
Oh,
We
so it
blew
was a particular discipline.
we blew up the music department, and Paul Farrington canceled it after our class because he got into a war with our teacher Ralph Moore. But for a class of 3, we had a ball. Well, when you had Ken McGuire as one of them, then we had Jay Farquharson too. But what was the deal with Jay? Was Jay in our graduating class? I only remember there were 3 of us. Maybe he graduated with a different. He might have graduated with a different thing. Mary's complaining here. She's making requests. I wish I could turn this little speaker off. I did it once. Once upon a week, I figured it out. Just 3 of us. Yeah, it was just Crystal, me, and Ken McGuire were in the official graduating class. But there were some other important people there, like Jay Farquharson. Okay, we're going to work our way through the Great American Songbook. This goes out to, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. Glad we got the A-team on tonight. Are you the guy that had to figure out how to get to pick the lock on the amplifier? How did they finally get that thing open? Good answer. Smart man, doesn't know anything. Is it getting busy down there? Anybody here yet? Supposed to be some people checking in tonight. Yeah, it's early. Here's one for Ralph Moore, Crystal. They say I'll move the mountains, and I'll move the mountains if she wants them out of the way. Crazy, she calls me. Sure, I'm crazy. Crazy in love, I'd say. Crazy, she calls me. crazy, crazy in love, you see. Like the wind that shakes the bow, she moves me with her smile. The difficult I'll do right now. The impossible will take a little while. Say I care forever, and I mean forever. If I have to hold up the whole sky. Crazy, she calls me. Sure, I'm crazy. Crazy in love, am I? Carl Sigmund and Bob Russell. Yeah, Ratso could have got that open. Toot sweet. I'm not surprised to hear you say that, Crystal. He really threw the book at us. He was writing a book. He was writing a textbook, and we were the guinea pigs. And to his credit, 2/3 of the class, 66% of his graduating class in his final year went on to be professors in their own right. We know about the other 33%. Thank you, Bill Zimmerman. You're exceptional, Bill Zimmerman. I think anybody would agree with that. Drop the needle test, yeah. Nowadays, that means something completely different. Seven Seas Sailing. This portion of Lounge Academy is brought to us by Seven Seas Sailing. Go to Seven Seas Sailing when you have to take a ship, because he's got good ships over there that can get you all over the Great Lakes. Probably get you to Canada if you slip them enough money. I think he's going to have a big season this year. I can tell Bill Zimmerman's excited about his ships. He's passionate about his business, and that's why he's so successful. He hasn't lost a passenger yet. Not accidentally anyway. He had a couple that had to walk the gangplank for the protection and security of the rest of them. But Nobody ever like fell over shooting ducks or anything like that. Like it happens on cruise ships once in a while. Here's a song for Lounge Cadet Paul Cambria. I don't see him out there, but I happen to turn to it, so I'm going to play it. Maybe he'll tune in. You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is still a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say, I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings, as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs, never out of date, heart full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate. How'd you get it open? He shot the lock off. And it's still the same old story. A fight for love and glory. A case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. As time goes by. Herman Hupfeld. Let's all hear it for Herman Hupfeld. Welcome to the Piano Bar Lounge. Tap dancing is required. We're here till at least 7:30. Every Friday night. Especially on the holidays. I wrote that last piece. Thank you very much. That was my term paper at NCCC. Crystal helped me with it. We're working our way backward through the A's in the Great American Songbook. so many great songs, aren't there? People complain that they don't write them like this anymore, and but you know, we don't need any more. We can't even discover all the ones that were written. I'm looking for them right now. We're going to do some random. Here's one that's heavy. Cole Porter. Well, thank you, Crystal. Sometimes I just say they're original because they're so unrecognizable. Little tricks you pick up, little hacks, performance hacks from playing so many gigs. This is the song that asks the question, what is this thing? What is this thing called love? Little Captain Kirk pause there in the phraseology. What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love. Just who can solve its mystery? Why should it make a fool of Crystal? I saw you one wonderful day. You took my heart and you threw it away. That's why I asked the Lord in heaven above, what is this thing called love? That's why I asked the Lord in heaven above, what is this thing called love? It's a Cole Porter tune called What Is This Thing Called Love? He wrote the words and the music.
went to Pittsburgh
Oh.
for vacation. I saw the temperatures are pretty good there. I went to
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
good for you.
Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh. It's a romantic place to take a week.
It was. It was
Yeah.
fun. We went to baseball games and
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, we stayed at a great downtown hotel. It's just nice.
Oh, nice.
It's really
Very
nice.
good. Pittsburgh's a pretty
It's so
town.
relaxing. The car, I just parked the car right down the
Yeah.
street and then walked up and occasionally came down and got my lawn chair and took my coffee out to the river and just, it was fun.
Oh, that sounds nice. We were just talking about
Really
coffee on the river or something.
Yeah,
great.
this hotel was, Point Park, and so
Yeah.
it wasn't, it was too far away from the action for the homeless to hang out and,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a nice little place and it was really fun. I wasn't in the thick of the downtown like the way I am right now, so it felt a
Yeah.
little,
Well, it sounds
no, it was a really
sounds
really
great,
good time,
George.
yeah.
It sounds like a great week.
Yeah.
What game did you see?
They did the Cubs. So I saw the
Cubs?
opener, and the next day was only like 1,000 people there, so you could really sit anywhere you want. It was really
Oh,
pleasant.
nice.
Yeah. It was. Do you follow baseball a little bit?
So notice
No,
notice
well, I
that
like the Yankees.
you at home can hear George.
I was thinking of going there. They were playing the Blue Jays.
I boosted his
But
microphone.
Just such a relaxing weekend. Or week.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Sounds like he was establishing an
Yeah.
alibi
There's a
in
lot of
Pittsburgh.
bridges there too, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
up on all of them.
the first view I ever got of Pittsburgh was coming
I'm
out
not
of
buying
tunnel.
any
Was
of
it
this.
tunnel?
Fort
Come
Pitt
out?
Tunnel.
And then I saw that.
I went
Just-
with you.
The story's a
no.
little
Can't
too
believe
perfect for me.
It looked
the
just
opening.
beautiful.
It's the most
And
spectacular
at night,
way I've ever seen.
the lights, I just glimpsed it.
Yeah,
At
you
night,
can't
the lights
coming out
were
of the
like
Fort
it.
Pitt.
Okay, well, good job. I just remember.
What do you got? What do you guys think? You guys agree with me? Yeah, Selena's no fool. She didn't get into the position she's in by being a fool. Right, Selena? Head of the entire culture for the city, for crying out loud. Here's a song for Selena.
I just heard something on the news today.
I try to find her all her next hits.
I know, I'm wondering what George and I
I don't know if I've ever played this, Selena. I know how it goes, but probably did. Recognize it? Once I had a secret love lived within the heart of me. All too soon my secret love became impatient to be free. So I told a friendly star the way that dreamers often do, just how wonderful you are, and why I'm so in love with you. Now I shout it from the highest hills, even told the golden daffodils. At last my heart's an open door. anymore. No more. Sammy Fain and Paul Francis Webster. Thank you, Brenda and George. It's a nice song. We ought to do that one.
What's Barbara waiting for?
Yeah, they do, and they do it at Bugle. They actually, it's UB.
Yeah.
This one George made famous. Holding hands at midnight, neath the starry sky. Nice work if you can get it, and you can get it if you try. Scrolling with that one girl, sigh and sigh after sigh. Nice work if you can get it, and you can get it if you try. Just imagine someone waiting at the cottage door, where two hearts become one. Who could ask for anything more? Love the one that loves you, and taking that vow. Nice work if you can get it, and you can get it. Won't you tell me how? Gershwin and Gershwin.
Yeah, oh, I see. Yeah, you mentioned
A sticky key. Soul Man.
I heard this song I went and got in college from the library. It's called, the name of the song is Lilacs.
Oh, we had a request for Lilacs in Spring.
Mom used to know that song.
Lilacs in Spring. There's Fit for a King. Makes me want to go hock a ring. Oh, that lilacs in spring. Lilacs in spring. Sometimes we have to fake them. Like lilacs in spring. Oh, that's all I want to see is you and lilacs in spring. Is that the way it goes, George?
It would be perfect for you. You'd go over the
Yeah,
top
well,
with
you
it.
have to find. You would be good for a
Da
lilac.
da
Soul
da
Spring.
da 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 da.
Very
Da
beautiful.
da 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 da.
That would be beautiful for you. Because you've got a great tenor voice. It would be great. Yeah, it goes up.
It's a hard song to sing, probably.
But Howard's got the classical train.
All songs are hard to sing.
It's a great song. Museum conversation.
So I'm curious, what's your opinion on the library not charging?
I can't figure that out. I just don't have No, but why would I bring anything back if I'm not?
There's another song for Selena. This is about her career. She's taking over the world. She's not going to stop at cultural director of her city. That's just a stepping stone. Might have to step on a few to get there. It's okay, because these boots are made for stepping. If I ruled the world, every day would be the first day of spring. Every heart would have a new song to sing. And we'd sing of the joy every morning would bring. If I ruled the world, every man would be as free as a bird. Every voice would be a voice to be heard. Take my word, we would treasure each day that occurred. My world would be a beautiful place where we could weave such beautiful dreams. My world would wear a smile on its face like the man in the moon has when the moon meets. If I ruled the world, every man would say the world was his friend. There'd be happiness that no man could end. No, my friend, not if I ruled the world. Every head would be held up high. There'd be sunshine in everyone's sky. If the day ever dawns when I rule the world, thank you so much. I think everybody wants to rule the world nowadays. Seems that way. I don't think I'd want to rule it. It seems like a lot of work. They tuned it 2 weeks before we started, so that was about 10 weeks ago it was tuned. So many songs, George, you know, you don't even know what to like. What to do next, you know, because it's like, well, wait, I want to do that one. No, I want to do that one. I know you felt that way in your career. One for Zach. can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, my baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, we're sure to find happiness, and I'll guess all those things you've always pined for. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, my baby. Diamond bracelets Woolworth doesn't sell, my baby. Till that lucky day, you know darn well, well, baby. I can't give you anything but love. Anything but love. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, my baby. Diamond bracelets Woolworth doesn't sell. Till that lucky day, you know darn well, well, baby. Anything but love. Great Al Jolson tune. Who'll be the next Al Jolson? Me? Maybe I'll be the next Al Jolson. What a career he had. He had like 2 careers.
Yeah, is he from New York originally?
Well, he spent time on the West Coast too when he made it big.
And then he had his comeback.
He was probably from the city originally, I would imagine. I mean, the guy just had it written all over him.
He had the greatest comeback. He was all washed up, and then all of a sudden, he just somehow, how did that happen? How he choreographed this comeback that was such a success that you couldn't
up and over the hill, and then he had a big comeback in a parade.
and you couldn't move anywhere in Manhattan because of Jolson's comeback. And people, the shows were sold out, and you couldn't get anywhere.
That's in the 40s
And there
or
was a
something?
parade. When was it, Howard? The comeback.
Either the 40s or I'd say the early 50s, right?
Oh.
It was late. Yeah, I think the 40s. Yeah, I'm not sure though. And then he was entertaining the troops, and he was a huge hit.
He was always old. Like, I think
Yeah.
the whole 20th century, he was a,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
I remember Dad talking about Jolson's numbers when he was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I gotta tell you a dad story. The way Dad used to talk about being the altar boy at Holy Family and everything, and they used to cover the statues. He said that, I remember him saying, and then he would have fun and on Easter Mass, they'd go around tearing the covers off the statues.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was at Holy Family last night as part of my 7 churches tour, and it was the only church where they did have the
Take
statues
a little
all covered up in
five-minute break
purple.
to do some
And just as
schmoozing
he had
and glad
said,
handing, and I'll be right
honestly,
back.
I was at it
We'll leave the
before. I
dialogue up
remember
to
that.
Mary
I mean,
and
a couple of
George.
years ago, but it was so neat to think this is exactly where Dad was, and this is what he saw when he was a kid. These statues. That church has got such a big connection with his
I'll be right back. You guys can
Oh, okay. We'll just
entertain the live streamers with your
Sure,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So, so he was baptized there too, I believe.
Yeah.
Dad was.
Huh.
And I was, and Tony was, yeah. And Katie was too, I think. I'm not sure.
Wow.
But anyway, that he was a little kid there, you know. Was
I wonder where I was baptized. Christ the King.
You were Christ the King.
You remember it?
No, but I remember when you were born, but I don't remember the baptism
Right.
really.
Mm-hmm.
But that's yeah. When I got married, it was a problem because I forgot that I was baptized at Holy Family, and they couldn't find my birth certificate or my baptismal certificate at Christ the King. And finally, it dawned on me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I have to go to South Buffalo.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Huh.
which I did.
Yeah.
The church is doing well. They've uncovered all this Celtic knotwork. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
And they've got this Irish. It's just a beautiful church.
What
and
is it, not work? Or they...
Yeah, this Celtic knotwork. It's a medieval
Oh,
thing.
but that was a few years ago. They
Yes, they
uncovered
did.
it.
They're
I
still
remember
working
reading
on
the
it, but
article,
it's
yeah.
still, it looks great. And I'm
You know,
so
I gotta
glad to
check that
see.
out.
And it's nice that they're investing in the church, which makes it seem like it's going to stay open. They have the, I mean, I have not heard that it's threatened, and it's part of this Our Lady of Charity worship site that also includes St. Teresa and St. Ambrose. I believe they're both nearby. So it's nice they kept all those churches open.
Yeah.
And last night for the 7 churches, they topped a lot of the Polish church in that they were open till 11.
Wow.
That was nice.
Yeah,
That they put the announcement out there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I influenced the people at St. Anthony's. They always have a convoy kind of, and it's nice. I'm happy that I suggested to one of them that they try the Irish churches in South Buffalo instead of the Polish, just for once, swap it
Yeah.
around. Because I had noticed last year that the Irish churches seem to get few visits. It's not such a big thing, and because the Broadway Fillmore people and
Yeah.
put their weight behind. The Polish churches are kind of hip. And
Yeah,
people
yeah.
go to them in the areas hip. And I had noticed last year that, say, the priest in the first ward at Our Lady of Perpetual Help looked kind of bereft last year because not a lot of people
Yeah, yeah.
were coming. And this year I saw a lot more people, and the whole Latin Mass group went to all these churches.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
my path kept crossing there as we
Uh-huh.
I kept seeing them, and you can recognize us without our veils, and they'd be in there. And I saw the priest at Our Lady of Perpetual Help glorying in the visitors. It was nice.
Yeah.
It's a sweet tradition, but as Ryan and I were talking about, he went with this last night too, but it's changed so much, in that the churches are far apart now. You got to drive in, and it's
Yeah.
hard, and they don't stay open that late, and your mass
Right.
is going late.
Right.
But it's sweet the effort that they do. They decorate. Oh, so Missy, I went with Missy. Missy and I made a really good choice, and we mapped it all out, and everything worked well. And we ended up at the Basilica, where
Oh,
we
yeah.
just decided, then we could just take our ease, and we wandered the Basilica
Yeah,
and hung around. And yeah, that was. The Basilica never disappoints you. You go out there, and it's just mind blowing.
Yeah.
I was telling Brenda Brenda wants to see it, the life-size angels.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's life-size. Their Stations of the Cross are life-size.
Oh, wow.
And you don't really notice it because they're higher. They're a little bit higher than
really?
you are, but they are life-size, and they're not that high up. So you look, and Jesus is actually as tall as you are. Yeah, they've got I guess they got those from Italy,
Wow.
the marble sculptures. Boy, they must have cost a lot of money in the 20s.
Yeah, that's when it was built.
Yeah.
25, yeah.
I mean, still before the Depression or anything, but it's
Yeah.
just that no expense. I mean, that they built that.
I can't imagine. Yeah.
It's just incredible. And then what I love, you got the altar up there, and then you've got this group of altars behind the altar, these shrines to these saints. So you got St. Anthony back there and St. Vincent de Paul. Missy was identifying him. She knows all. That's St. Vincent de Paul. There's something she'll know. St. Anne. They have, and they were, I guess, saints that were very important to Mother Baker, and he dictated it. Sir St. Aloysius. It's incredible optics. And then you got Father Baker himself in his crypt. The museum is cool too, and you can see his room. And I signed the quest for sainthood. Yes, I would like to
Oh, yeah.
be recognized.
So all this gets meticulously set up at 4 o'clock?
Yeah, I missed it today because I was over at church. But yeah, it's a very, very painstaking routine. It has to be adjusted constantly.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's kind of quiet today. It's just nice.
Yeah, it is quiet, yeah.
It's interesting, that gin bar across the street. Now, I had thought the Fatty Beer Company, I was thinking that was a made-up name because it's so cool. I love their Dickens-like looking sign, too, that Fatty Beer.
I don't see the sign.
It's the bar is blocking it.
Yeah.
You got to kind of get your head down so you can.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And that Dan guy, our friend Dan, who's opening the brewery on Hurdle, he said he went to school with Fatty, and that is his name.
You're watching
Yeah,
Lounge
yeah,
Academy
Fatty.
on
He's a
the
Buffalo guy.
BIGTV.
Yeah, I forget what his first name, but I love how they got Fatty. Janice Oken and I were laughing at that a couple
Streaming
weeks
from
ago.
the Hyatt Regency Buffalo.
Janice Oken, we were laughing about. We also go and think we're going to have a beer.
We're actually like
Fatty
in the
beer.
middle of the street
I just love that name.
where they built this atrium. It's really great. You can see up and down. You can see everywhere.
So, Lent technically is the Holy Thursday, which I hadn't realized. It's over with.
Here we go. Now you can hear me. My name's Howard, and this is WBIG TV. We're at the Hyatt Regency Buffalo. It's a great place to be on a nice lazy Friday.
I just have to kind of it's up to us, and it works out.
A shout out to one of my favorite photographers, John Duktovich. Nice to see you, sir, if you're out there. Might be out there. Thought I saw his name go by. He's got a great body of work in his photo essays. George, I'd like to do this number for you another number I picked up from lounge sensation Guy Polari. And it would be my great pleasure to perform it for you now. Why shouldn't I take a chance when romance passes by? Why shouldn't I know of love? Why wait around when each age has a sage who has found that upon this earth love is all that is really worth thinking of? It must be fun lots of fun. To be sure, when day is done, that the hour is coming when you'll be kissed, and then you'll be kissed again. All debutantes say it's good, and every star out and far Hollywood seemed to give it a try. So why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? It's called Why Shouldn't I? I can't remember. Is that a Cole Porter tune? It sure sounds like it could be a Cole. Yeah, it's got to be. Who else? Yeah. Never question Mary. She knows she's right. She makes it sound like she's not sure, but she's like, sure is. It's a bear trap. That was her first line she used on me. She doesn't realize I asked her what the name of a song was. It was the first conversation, and she said, "Well, I think it's." And she knew damn well it was.
That's how I know I like you, Howard, because I knew that when I heard that recording, yeah, if I didn't like him, I would have been
I surprised Mary on our second anniversary of dating. I gave her a CD that I made, and it was a conversation. It was our first conversation when we met at Fanny's, and I didn't give it to her on our first anniversary because I was afraid she'd think it was creepy, and it wasn't. I was there. I was recording El Tini because I was learning to play the piano. I know our relationship, it was like when a horse is born, it hits the ground and it's just like a horse, gets up, does everything a horse does. It sounds like you couldn't tell our first conversation from our last. So still tonight. Outdoors, it's like the same vibe outdoors as indoors. It's just a very calm, still night. Yeah, you can use mine, George. There's one for the talent. No, they don't. What places has he been staying at? Yeah, we're at the Hyatt. George just asked if they have bathrooms. Why would he think maybe?
I think people think you got to put in a card or something. You got to be a hotel guest to use bathrooms,
Oh, maybe he was thinking of that.
especially downtown.
Okay, well that.
Yeah, I think
That's giving
the
him
case
the
on
benefit
first
of the
floor.
doubt.
I think on the first floor you might run into problems. Though I don't remember.
I think he's used to staying at those places that are where you're supposed to bring a tent
I know.
and you pay for like a little plot.
Lizzie always used to make the jokes about Motel George. Would be a
Motel
chain
George.
like that, a chain where you would have to and that the continental breakfast would be a map to the Motel 6 down the road, or to the Comfort Inn. They would do go back to the Comfort Inn.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, Motel George. I hope Lizzie's watching, so she sees that.
I don't see Lizzie watching.
Motel George, I gotta call her.
She's gonna have to go to makeup class.
Yeah, and it would be penciled directions to the Comfort Inn.
This reminds me of some of the quiet nights we had at the mansion. We didn't have too many, but occasionally we would.
Yeah, it's Good Friday. People, and it's Passover, and people are busy with this stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's religious. But I'm glad you forced me to be here.
Me too. I'm glad we're here
Glad
tonight.
to be here. I mean, it feels better that it's just kind of quiet. It's the way it ought to be. Tomorrow, next week.
Here's one we haven't done in a little while, Mary. I had the craziest dream last night. I've been having crazy dreams every night. I love it. I love dreaming. When you dream, it means you're getting good night's sleep. Even if you wake up screaming in a horrible panic, and, which never happens to me. I always have pleasant dreams, but no matter what, you're getting rest because you're in that delta area of sleep in order to dream. Here comes George again. We'll play him in. I had the craziest dream last night. Yes, I did. I never dreamt it could be, but there you were, in love with me. I saw your lips next to mine, so I kissed them. You didn't mind it at all. When I'm away, such a break never happens. How long can a guy go on dreaming? If there's a chance that you care, then please say you do, my baby. Say it and make my crazy dreams come true. Say it and make all my dreams true. say you do, my baby. Say it and make my crazy dreams. Make 'em all come true. Yeah, where's this story they were talking about, George?
I want to know, did they make you room together? Those are interesting things for me. You know, I want to finally get you off the how much the fee is.
Place is gonna go crazy now. Look who's here, it's Diane.
I'm not just yawning. I'm under attack right now. I'm under attack.
Great to see you, Diane. Diane's out on the town. She gets around. She's probably going to head over to Tacoma later on. Welcome to the Hyatt Regency. Nice to see you back. This heart of mine was doing very well. The world was fine as far as I could tell. Suddenly I met you and I dreamed of gay amour. At dawn I woke up singing sentimental overture. This heart of mine is dancing gaily now. I taste the wine of real romancing now. This crazy world is taking on a wonderful design. As long as life endures, it's yours, this heart of mine. This heart of mine is dancing gaily now. I taste the wine of real romancing now. This crazy world has taken on a wonderful design. As long as life endures, it's yours, this heart of mine. This heart of mine. Good request, George. Thank you. I believe that was written for Frank Sinatra. Of course, everything was written for him. Whether he sang it or not is another question, right? Much to discover. Chemical forces flow from lover to lover. How little we understand what touches off that tingle, that sudden explosion when two tingles intermingle. Who cares to define what chemistry this is? Who cares with your lips on mine what ignorant bliss is? So long as you kiss me and the world around us shatters, how little it matters. How little we know. How little we know. The song was called How Little We Know. Clever song.
Jocko would always just take some conversation from half hour ago.
Yeah, we could do that, George. Here's some good ones. George, you don't mind if I do the song again, do you? Again. This couldn't happen again. I'll have to remember that gag. This is that once in a lifetime. is that thrill divine. What's more, this never happened before. Though I have prayed for a lifetime that such as you would suddenly be mine. Mine to hold as I'm holding you now, and yet never so near. Mine to have when the now and the here disappear. What matters, dear, is when this doesn't happen again. We'll have this moment forever, but never ever again. Mine to hold as I'm holding you now, and yet never so near. Mine to have when the now and the here disappear. What matters, dear, is when this doesn't happen again. We'll have this moment forever, but never ever again. Okay, who wrote that? It's not an easy one, even though it's a very well-known song. Lionel Newman and Dorcas Cochran. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. That was written by Lionel Newman and Dorcas Cochran. Oh, is that right? Well, I've heard of Alfred E. Newman. He was a genius. This one's by Jimmy Van Heusen and Sammy Kahn. Today, I may not have a thing at all, except for just a dream or two. lots of plans for tomorrow. All my tomorrows belong to you. Right now, it may not seem like spring at all. We're drifting, and the laughs are few. I've got rainbows planned for tomorrow. All my tomorrows belong to you. No one knows better than I that love keeps passing me by. That's fate. But with you there by my side, I'll soon be turning the tide. Just wait. As long as I've got arms that cling at all, it's you that I'll be clinging to. All I dream, beg or borrow, all my bright tomorrows may all come true. All my bright tomorrows belong to you. All my tomorrows, all my mañanas. Rose, it's been great seeing you once more. Keep up the good work. Have a great night. Have a great Easter. Wonderful seeing you. They're probably just getting a drink and we're making all this fuss. Nice seeing you, Ryan. Ryan Lysars, president of WBIG TV. Darlene and Rose and Ryan. They know how to make an exit. See how they just glided down that escalator? That grace. Oops, looks like one of the cams is out. Oh, this one's out. What's the deal? I love the look of you, the war of you. Doesn't get more Cole Porterish than this song, right? The sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes, the arms, the mouth of you, east, west, north, and that south of you. I want to gain complete control of you and handle even the very heart and soul of you. So love at least a small percent of me do. For I love all of you. I'd like to gain complete control of you and even the very heart and soul of you. Love at least a small percent of me do. For I love all of you. That was from Silk Stockings, 1954. One of our newer numbers. Any minute, all the lights are going to go on downtown. We've got the best seat. When somebody loves you, it's no good unless she loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way. That's how it's got to feel. Deeper than the deep blue sea is. That's how deep it goes if it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless she needs you. Through the good and lean between years. Come what may, who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say, if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way. All the way. All the way from Joker is Wild. Thank you. Thank you. Who remembers when that show came out? I think it says 1929. Doesn't seem like that long ago. This song is about an oxymoron. I think that's what somebody called me. This goes out to Diane, because I know she could do a great job with this song. It's a passionate song. Alone together, beyond the crowd, above the world. We're not too proud to cling together. We're strong as long as we're together. Alone together. The blinding rain, the starlit nights were not in vain, for we're together. What is there to fear together? Our love is as deep as the sea. Our love is as great as a love can be. We can weather the great unknown if we're alone together. Good job, Diane, for inspiring that song. I need a rest after that one. Any second, all the lights are going to go on at the Buffalo Savings Bank building and at the light tower. It's going to be spectacular. And these twinkly lights are going to go on. I love this room, especially when it goes into the evening lounge mode. They must be on a timer because I've never noticed. The train will go by. Here's one from a Humphrey Bogart movie. Am I blue? Am I blue? Ain't these tears in these eyes telling you? Am I blue? You'd be too. If each plan with your man done fell through, there was a time I was the only one, but now I'm the sad and lonely one. What was I gay till today? Now he's gone and we're through. Am I blue? That's from On With the Show. I saw that scene on YouTube. It's up there. It's a great scene. Star-studded. Speaking of star-studded, nice to see you, Alex Leonard. I'm still basking in the glory of being on your radio show. Just as I mentioned Alex Leonard, suddenly the lights changed in the building. Like lightning hit. And this Buffalo Savings Bank suddenly lit up across the street. All at the name, mentioning of the name Alex Leonard. It's like the evening is waking up. It's dusk rise. for Paul Cambria. This is his song. He's not here though. He's probably breaking somebody out of jail. This day and age we're living in gives cause for apprehension, speed and new invention, things like third dimension. Yes, we grow a trifle weary in Mr. Einstein's theory, so we must get down to earth at times, relax, relieve the tension, no matter what the progress. What may it be proved? Simple facts of life are such they cannot be removed. You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. Fundamental things apply as time goes by, and when two lovers woo, they still say I love you, on that you can rely. No matter what the future brings, as time goes by, moonlight and love songs never out of date, heart full of passion, jealousy and hate. Man must have his mate. No man can deny. And still the same old story. A fight for love and glory. Case for do or die. As time goes by, another great Herman Hupfeld song. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nat. Pretty good. Thank you, Alex Leonard. Hi, Nadine. We played from 5 to 7:30. We're in overtime right now. Because it's just getting beautiful out with the lighting and the buildings getting dark. play for a scientist, for a brilliant scientist. Oh, I got one. First, I'm going to pour myself. I haven't been drinking enough tonight. Obviously. Tonight I'll be drinking my sparkly water out of a officially branded Lounge Cadet mug. Which I could show off on. Well, I won't upset things. Sorry about the one dark camera. It's went kaput. Oh, that's a good request, Alex. Okay, we'll get to that one next. Right after Nadine's song. This one's a song for a scientist because they do a lot of experimenting, right, Nadine? They keep proving one more way that does not work. That's how they test their hypothesis through the process of elimination. And then finally, after they modulate into the key that the song is in, suddenly they say, "At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. At last, the skies above are blue. My lonely heart was wrapped in clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I could call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill I've never known. You smiled, and then the spell was cast. And here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, sir. by request to the great Alex Leonard, who's watching in New York City. Have a great evening. Thank you. What's that? Oh, they're locals. No. Oh. Yeah. It's nice to be on the part of the circuit. It means we took something out of the competition's bowl while they were here. Couple of drinks. You know what I'm going to do? Alex, I'm going to take a quick break before we turn the room, and then I won't be able to take a break. Little show business hacks you learn, right, George? simple explanation. There always is. Okay, I think we're going to get this camera going here. Here we go. Okay, we fixed the dead camera. You're tuned into Lounge Academy here at the Hyatt Regency Buffalo. We're watching the lights come on in downtown Buffalo. It's a beautiful sight from here. City of Light. Bud Light, I think they meant. Up at dawning, sleepy and yawning, still the taste of wine. Then I remember you're mine and I've got a world that's fine. What's before me? Routines that bore me. Punch the clock at 8. But what a lucky guy I am. I've got a world that's great. Atom bombs, Cape Canaveral, and false alarms. Half the universe is up in arms. So I flip a little too until I'm holding you. What's the hassle? I'll buy the castle. We can live like kings. If you tell me you love me, I've got a world that you've got a world that we've got a world that swings. I'd like to take you on a wide, wonderful adventure. Fly like a kite from space, no strings. I don't want to lose that bell that rings, 'cause I've got a world that swings. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Tied the string around my finger. The string reminds me you're mine and I've got a world that swings. Atom bombs, Cape Canaveral, and false alarms. Half the universe is up in arms. So I flip a little too until I'm holding you. What's the hassle? I'll buy the castle. We can live like kings. Tell me you love me. I've got a world that you've got a world that we've We've got a world that swings. We've got a world that swings. A world that swings. Thank you, VIP table. It was sung by the alter ego, the Jekyll and Hyde persona of Buddy Love, the world's coolest lounge entertainer. He really was. And I want one of those jackets he was wearing. Alex Leonard, you always wear cool jackets. Where do I get a jacket like Buddy Love? Man, he knew how to dress. I would dress like that in a heartbeat. It's getting very dark in here. They don't have our little twinkle lights on tonight. I like those. Not that I'm full of complaints. I'm just saying. Is it an earthquake or simply a shock? Is it the good turtle soup or merely the muck? Is it the cocktail, this feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see or only Asbury Park? Is it the fancy not worth thinking of? Or is it a long last love? It was another great hit off of the Like Wow album. Welcome to the Piano Lounge at the Hyatt Regency, where you can watch the city light up. got the best view in town. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we're not getting the full experience. Maybe or you could ask Patrick. Oh, okay. Well, then try the counter, see what they say. How are you? Make yourselves at home. You know where everything is. Help yourselves. Does she know how they work?
She said she knows
Wow.
whatever she's going to ask them.
Everybody here has another little tiny piece of information about the building. Watch the whole downtown go dark. This is the end of a beautiful friendship. It ended a moment ago. This is the end of a beautiful friendship. I know 'cause your eyes told me so. We were always like sister and brother, till tonight when we looked at each other. That was the end of a beautiful friendship, and just the beginning of love. know, 'cause your eyes told me so. Till we looked at each other, that was the end of a beautiful friendship, and just the beginning of love. It was just the beginning of love. It's a song about a friendship that turns into romance. See, I don't buy into that. I think there was always fraudulent intent at least one side of the equation. I know there was in mine. We started out as friends too, but I didn't mean it. That was 20 years ago. She hit it over there. One talking. These songs have so many life lessons. Except this one. This one doesn't mean a darn thing. A foggy day in London town had me low, had me down. I viewed the morning with alarm. The British Museum had lost its charm. How long, I wondered, could this thing last? The age of miracles had come and passed, when suddenly I saw you there, a foggy London town, the blue sun in everywhere. The foggy London town, the sun was shining everywhere. It's from A Damsel in Distress, the name of that show. I don't remember that show. It's Gershwin, so it's probably like the early 20s. Great song. Watching Lounge Academy, live streaming from the Buffalo Hyatt Regency. as we stream this. And my hair is still perfectly in place from 3 months ago when I combed it. Scripts are kicking in, and I like it. Welcome to the Piano Lounge. Looks like you guys have the right idea. You got your handle on this whole thing. Got those beautiful fancy drinks. Nat must have made those. This is a Gershwin song from 1930. I think. I can't read it. I'm biding my time. Not the kind of guy I'm. While others grow dizzy, I'm keeping busy, biding my time. Next year, something's bound to happen. This year, I'll just keep on napping. I'm biding my time. Thank you. Have a great night. There's no regretting when I'm sitting, biding my time. We're all here biding our time. I'm biding my time, 'cause that's the kind of guy I'm. Next year, something's bound to happen. This year, I'll just keep on napping. I'm biding my time. That's the kind of guy I'm. There's no regretting when I'm sitting. I'm biding my time. Would have thought 100 years ago they'd write a song about Biden. Say the more things change, the more they stay the same. Sorry about that. I was scraping the microphone with my paperwork. How rude. This is one of my favorite Cy Coleman tunes. Welcome to the Piano Lounge. Grab a cocktail. You can drink it if you want. We've got the best view in town here. This is a song by Cy Coleman for Brenda, because she looked at me, because she's paying attention. I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain. I've got some habits even Brenda can't explain. Could start for the corner, turn up in Spain. Why try to change me now? I'll sit and I'll daydream. I've got daydreams galore. Cigarette ashes, there they go on the floor. I'll go away weekends, leave the keys in the door. But why try to change me now? Why can't I be more conventional? People talk, people stare, so I try. It's not for me, 'cause I can't see my kind of crazy world go passing me by. So let people wonder, let them laugh, let them frown. You know I love you till the moon's upside down. Don't you remember I was always your clown? Why try to change me? Why try to change me? Why try to change me now? Great Cy Coleman tune. It's called Why Try to Change Me Now? In observance of the sanctity of this weekend's religious holidays, we will be sitting in the dark tonight. It's nice being lit by our bank. Some people are lit by like a fireside. We're lit by a bank, a savings bank. Can't beat that. That's class. Do you have any money in that bank, Brenda? You got money spread out all over the bank, don't you? That's good.
Working on spreading some more.
All right. I prefer to call it by its old name, Manufacturers and Traders Trust Company. That's what I have them print on my checks for the name of the bank instead of M&T. Makes it look like you're an established concern. Oh wow, speaking of Brenda leaving money all over town, thank you. What a great night we're having here at the Hyatt Regency Buffalo. Much like we do each and every Friday. Doesn't get any better than that. We're honored to have the great Diane in the audience tonight, inspiring our music. Thank you, Brenda. Where are you headed to now?
They're going to Marble and Rye.
Marble and Rye. I never heard of Marble and Rye. What is that, a sandwich shop?
I've been there. It's a cute cocktail bar.
Really?
Old-fashioned looking cocktail bar and
I've
restaurant.
never been there.
Where is that? Oh, right around the corner? Is it near Charlie's place? What's his place called? There's only that little strip there.
It's by the Mexican restaurant, Casa Azul.
Well, there's only like one block on Genesee.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that.
By Elm and whatever the. Yeah.
That last block before.
Yeah, before, right. Yeah, before that, like, bunker is there. Yeah, let us know how that is. Oh, you're a regular there. What do you get when you're there? Is it a traditional pizza? It's a what? A Detroit style. What's a Detroit? They put like a steering wheel on it?
It's like a pan pizza. Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Thicker. Well, I like thick pizza.
yeah, it's like a pan pizza.
I mean, Buffalo pizza's thick.
It's thicker than Buffalo, but not as thick as Chicago.
Oh. See, I didn't even know Chicago had thick pizza. New York is thin. I know that.
Yeah, the further west you go.
Is it as good as Little Caesars? How about pound for pound, though? $6.49 for a large round cheese and pepperoni. Unbelievable. No human contact. It's all robots. That sounds good. You have to check that out. If it didn't take me 2 hours to take my equipment home, we'd follow you guys. But this WBIG stuff is a big production. Well, in keeping with the sanctity of this weekend's religious holidays, we're playing in the dark tonight. Very good, very good. Enjoy. Marble and Rye, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, Diane. Thank you so much for stopping up. Have a wonderful Easter weekend. Oh, how great. Well, that'd be fun. We'll make her play.
I invited Brenda to stop by. Brenda might stop by for a drink.
We've had a great night at the fabulous Lounge Academy.
I'm happy to sit here and drink wine in the darkness.
They keep working on and changing things, and then, you know,
It's kind of romantic.
it is kind of romantic. It's so dark in here that people don't even know who they're sitting with here. Few Nats drinks, it doesn't even matter. Have a wonderful evening and weekend. Thank you for joining us. I think maybe we'll get out of here before we turn the room. Yeah. Okay, we're going to get out of here before more people show up and make us play for another 3 hours, which wouldn't be so bad, but every man has to know his limitations. We're watching Dirty Harry excerpts. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Have a great holiday weekend. And thank you for joining us. And if you're watching in a rerun, thank you, Future, for watching the reruns. And see, I can, there we are. I look green. I like this. I like the way I look green.
It's okay, Nat. Thank you for trying.
But she brought us like a box.
Nobody bring you a box.
She brought us a box of candles.
Make it romantic.
Oh, how nice.
Something a little different. Something, you know.
Oh, isn't that nice? Mary loves candles.
Well, make it intimate. Sorry.
Oh, Nat.
I don't know,
I've
I've been running around. They
No,
showed me
that's
switches.
no. I understand totally.
They didn't tell me where
I
the
thought it
safety
was kind of fun.
I called Patrick. I'm like, Patrick, there's no light up there. The man can't see nothing.
Oh, how cute! You bring the candle.
So I figured
Yeah, Howard always makes fun
Leave
of
it to
me
Nat.
about candles so much.
I got a backup.
Whoops. It's all right.
Yeah, Howard.
That was just ringing the bell for excellent service.
Oh, I was thinking, I hope he's not knocking down these candles.
See?
Oh, you're putting them on the table. It is, that's true. I'm gonna ring the bell.
It's a little harder with Good Friday going on. Everybody's visiting with family and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this is great.
It's a
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that it's Passover as well.
Yeah.
People are busy with religious things. That doesn't should be so
Oh, look, there they go.
That would not have happened if you hadn't lit the candles. No, so they would have.
It's a miracle. It's an Easter miracle.
It's okay. I got something.
I love the candles.
We'll leave the
And
candles.
now Howard will play a little longer because we got the
We
candles.
got a little time, Howard.
Something might happen up here.
You never know. You better be careful. That huge box of candles.
I know. Just sitting in the closet. I'm like, I got something again.
Leave it to Nat.
That's so nice of you.
I try for you always. I fight for you.
It was pretty without those big lights when you were lighting the candles.
I don't know. Didn't somebody tell you? I go, nobody told me.
Nobody told me.
And I'm the one who's here every Friday. You think they tell the one person who should is here with you every Friday, but no.
It's the same at every workplace.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's more fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It's fun of discovery.
Well, there's a little bit of
I love
ambiance
those
for you
candles in the
guys.
darkness. How
Let's
pretty that
let's
was.
get this tip bowl lit up.
Yeah. Cute. So
I
nice
love
of
your
you.
tip bowl, by the way.
Isn't that funny?
That
Yeah.
is
Lounge
the drink that I could make in that.
and the drink that I could drink.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking.
Well,
Yeah.
I have you make me a margarita for that
Margarita
thing.
in that thing. Wow, that's a great glass. That is an awesome. It's supposed to be a snifter, but it's a really
Yeah,
large
it's like a
one.
super size.
Yeah, I
Super size.
love that. It's beautiful. I love glasses. I collect glasses. I have a ton of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I got too many glasses. My pantry is full of them.
Oh, you can get them at thrift shops and stuff.
Yeah, that's my
Ambets. I got some glasses at Ambets. I love these old 60s cocktail glasses.
Yes, and I found actually a friend of mine was living in an older home. She has the pump canters for scotch and brandy or whiskey. They're actually the glass is kind of crackly, not crackle, bumpy. I can't even explain it.
I know what you
Older-
mean, though. I can picture that glass.
And they have gold
Yeah.
stripes on them, and it's gold spouts, and it's a pump for the scotch and the whiskey.
sounds beautiful.
And I said, I didn't know they pump it. I think that would ruin it or something, you know? As much people talk about how to pour
Yeah.
scotch and whiskey and stuff like that, but I have yet to use them because they're so old. I'm scared to wash.
Oh, I know the feeling. I know
Scared to
somebody
wash
sitting in your
them,
cupboard.
you know?
Yeah, and it's gonna,
Yeah,
you worship
and
them.
it came with in a carrier too,
Yeah.
and it's a
Oh.
gold-plated little carrier and
You
everything.
should check eBay just to see what they're worth.
Yeah,
I
you might
was
be able to-
thinking about that, but
Yeah.
I like a lot of, I like all kinds of stuff. I went camping, Adirondacks, brought back the red glass, crystal shot glasses that look beautiful, like there should be in a mansion somewhere. But I can't help myself because I like all the
I like
old,
those things too. I
old
just love
glass because it seems like they last longer and it's heavier glass and they don't break so easy. Some of these older crystal
they're
glasses
just
and stuff
historic
like that.
and nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you don't get colors anymore. I mean, not really. I mean, the actual whole glass is red. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? With spots of clear in there. Not,
Yeah.
I don't know. Things are different now. So I like
Yeah,
the older.
these old things are nice. They
Yeah,
put
I like that
workmanship
stuff.
in
That's
it.
why we do the old songs.
That's right. Because those never go bad. They never go wrong.
It never go bad. Yes, thank you. Thank you for these.
No problem. I'll
Sweet.
clean up when you guys are all finished. No problem. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're almost done.
We're almost done. He's gonna play on the flute.
We're going to leave before anybody else comes in.
That was so sweet. I didn't mind. Oh, you're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. It was so nice of her.
It's the way they roll here. Okay, we're back. I thought I fixed it. I killed it. Okay. Well, let's quit before like some bus pulls
Before
up
a
with
bus
bunch
pulls
of-
up of tourists.
Bunch of tourists. Have a great weekend, everybody, and a great weekend.
A happy Easter.
Happy Easter,
Brian.
and we'll see you all. Trying to find my camera. There we are. I love it. This is one of my new cams. This is an HDMI cable right into the computer, just like the big boys. Well, you say we pack up all this WBIG TV stuff, Mary, and head on to our wonderful religious weekend of praying.
Easter and Passover.
That's right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Next Friday. See you right here.